So good morning.
Good
We are
morning.
kicking off day 2 of Deeper Learning New York. They got us busy, and we got the first slot, which is great. I am here with Rachel Arbor from Gaia Scholastic, and we had the privilege of having you host a deep dive yesterday. So before we jump into content, just your perspective, day one. Educators coming together, different format than kind of the traditional conference. Takeaways, what did you feel, hear, see?
Yeah, I was actually just talking to Victoria about it earlier. It feels like it has all the workings of a professional, larger scale conference, but it also feels like really local and homey, which
Yeah.
I've loved it.
Yes. So I want to keep the local and homey feel, but I do want more people as we move forward, as we kind of build coalition. So tell me a little bit about you, what you're leading, your organization, and then we'll dive into kind of how you brought that here yesterday.
Yeah. So again, I'm Rachel. I have a background in science education, but I recently left the classroom to pursue my company, Gaia Scholastic, full-time. And I'm also representing Subject to Climate, and both of those organizations are tasked with integrating environmental literacy into the classroom. So I'm excited to bring it here because New York Inspires just made those expectations that by the 26-27 school year, all New York educators teach climate literacy.
Yep.
But we don't have any resources to do
Right.
it.
So and that is K-12?
K-12, yep,
Gotcha.
pre-K-12.
Is there a particular way that you all do that there?
Yeah, it's the core of both of these organizations is interdisciplinary content,
Okay.
because teachers can't spare any extra time to teach an additional bucket of information, but if they can integrate it into their pre-existing content, then students can experience this type of nature connection in every classroom, and teachers don't need to sacrifice teaching time to do
That's
it.
awesome. I mean, I grew up going to environmental education summer camps through the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation as a camper. I was then a volunteer and then a counselor, and that really kind of fueled my journey into doing some instructor training through Outward Bound. So I hold outdoor climate, sustainability education as a core. It's not an add-on, right? Like it is critical.
Yes.
I mean, we're seeing the context of folks not taking it seriously. So I deeply appreciate that. Someone's interested. We've got leaders here, right? They attend your deep dive, have a conversation with you, and they say, we want to get connected with this. What do? They reach out to you.
So for Gaia, I'm the CEO and founder, and anyone can go on Gaia Scholastic's site and fill out the contact me form. I'm very available, and so is the rest of my team. And for Subject to Climate, I'm the New York State lead. So Subject to Climate is we're both nationwide, but they have specific hubs for different states that are specific to standards and ecosystems for those states.
Interesting.
So
okay.
it's great. It's having one single person be the connector for
Right.
all the different programming across the state. I would love to help anyone interested further their climate education.
And are you like a repository of information and tools, or are you coming in? Is there human professional learning?
It's kind of a mix of both. So Subject to Climate is like a warehouse of thousands of free interdisciplinary lesson plans and simulations, everything you'd need. And Gaia is much more curated for specific districts to figure out what teachers want it to look like in their classrooms. So we do a lot of professional development.
Gotcha.
And we build curriculum.
Okay.
So they're kind of complementary in that way.
Awesome. So yesterday you get to run a deep dive. You got participants. What was the learning journey that they got to do?
Oh, it was great. The first thing we did was I recently published research on the impacts of nature journaling as an example of this type of learning on middle school students. And the results of this research indicate that students showed statistically significant improved moods, decreases in stress, increased connection to self, others, and nature. So we went out and we did the exact same activity that those students did and felt a little more connected to nature ourselves. It was beautiful to be in this green space, and everybody just got a time to disconnect and just be present. We don't really get that in our lives anymore.
No, we don't. We don't. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And what's the game plan today for you?
Today I'm just a listener and doing a few podcasts, but it's really great what I wanted to say about yesterday was the first half was all about connection, and then the second half was what can it look like in my program.
Gotcha. So they got to have an experience, and then think about what this was going to look like in their context, right?
Through so many resources, and then a beginning professional development.
Awesome. Well, you got to be a teacher yesterday. Today you get to be a learner.
Student, yeah.
And then two perfect days, and I just want to thank you for being part of Deeper Learning New York, bringing your expertise, bringing what you do. If you have a website that you want to share with the listeners, please do, and then I'll let you head out so you can get breakfast and get ready for your day.
Yes, definitely. So Gaia Scholastic's website is very simple, GaiaScholastic.com.
Awesome.
And then subject to climate, you can either go to subjecttoclimate.org or the New York specific hub, which is NewYorkClimateNYClimateEducation.org.
Awesome. So, we'll close out today with the commissioner, and I'm sure she's going to highlight that shift that is making sustainability education, climate education, just not optional anymore. So
yeah,
you're in the right place.
Yeah, I met her last year because the district I worked for most recently, we just won the Green Ribbon Award. So
awesome.
we went up to Albany, and then we went to DC, and
very cool.
Yeah, it was really special.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she'll be hanging around so you can connect with her again and share what you've done. But thanks again so much, and appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And this has been a really spectacular event, so I appreciate
you. Appreciate it. Thanks.